Good afternoon, welcome to a new vlog. So today I am heading with my dad to AMS Porsche in Hertfordshire, Hitchin, who have fitted my Porsche track car with its new suspension, flexi brake hoses. It's had a new diff, new sump, lots and lots of different bits. Big jobs that I wasn't prepared to do myself this time around. And this is in preparation for its first ever track day. So a little bit of a shakedown we've got coming up this Friday at Donington. Absolutely love Donington myself as a driver. But I'm heading over there and meeting some of the other boys from the Porsche Trophy there, who are going to be there testing their cars at the beginning of the season. It's going to be a shakedown for a lot of us, but the car is not 100% competitive and race ready yet, but it's at least track ready. It means that I can take it on the track, see if any of the things that I have done have made a difference, and yeah, hopefully we are in the process of building a nice, fast, competitive car. But yeah, really exciting. I'm excited to see what they've done. So yeah, just picking it up in a minute. Yeah, Christ, that is low. Angus? Oi. That is very bumpy now. The new suspension on. Right, okay, so we have retrieved the Porsche. We're now on our way back to Essex. I think they've done a brilliant job, AMS, so big thanks to Angus and his merry men over at AMS for helping me out, and yeah, for working on the car. It's very low, and it's got some very big wheels on it at the moment, which won't be the wheels that I race with on the car. Yeah, so we're gonna have to change the wheels, but that's fine. That's happening after the track day. But for this track day, we might have to raise it up slightly because it's a little bit low for the massive wheels it's got on it at the moment. But all this is just a shakedown. It's just to make sure the car runs nicely, works. Everything that I've bolted to it or taken off of it doesn't make it handle like an animal. But yeah, so really looking forward to that. I've got a couple of jobs to do. We've got to fit the bonnet pins on the front, which we started doing the other day but didn't finish that job. And then we've got a couple of things like brake pads and brake discs. We've got new ones of those coming to go on the car. And that's kind of basically it for this track day. So I've got about 3 days now where I can get those jobs done, and then it's off to Donington Park. So yeah, first back to the workshop. Good morning and welcome to the workshop. As you can see, it is a little bit of a mess. There is no Porsche in here. The reason for that is because we decided last night on the way back from AMS to take the Porsche straight to my dad's house instead of to the workshop, because there's a couple of tools basically that he has that I don't have, that are going to be helpful for putting the bonnet pins in and bits and bobs like that. And also the trailer lives there anyway, so on Friday we can just go straight from my dad's to Donington. So I'm just here to pick up the gazebo today, which is this big thing in this black bag here, because it is raining a little bit. I don't know if you can see, and if we were in the workshop we wouldn't be getting wet, but at my dad's we will do. So definitely need something to work under. So yeah, gonna get the gazebo, head over to my dad's and start work today. Okay, so I'm at my dad's house. It's time to get the car off the trailer and prepare this car for its first ever day on the circuit. So yeah, we're just gonna get it off the trailer and pitch it up and get to work. Alright, we've got the gazebo out because it is raining. We've put one new disc on. I'm still waiting on the new pads, so one new disc is on. The other one I'm going to put on now on this side. So just about to start that. Whew. Nice weather out here. Nah. You got the other race car in there, which I'll just show you for those of you who haven't seen it before. It's naked at the moment, but cool bit of kit. Right, let's crack on with this. Alright, so I've made a bit of a schoolboy error with the rear, the first rear disc that I've done. The fronts went on really easy. The schoolboy error was that I left the handbrake on. This car at the moment still has a handbrake. Left it on, took the caliper off, so then the caliper basically is really tight, and that sometimes causes them to be very difficult to get apart again. So I put a bit of wood in between that seems to be the perfect thickness. So I'm hoping that's going to have saved me. So that's what I've done for now. I've managed to get this on. So this was really stiff to remove, and I was wondering why. And then when I took it off, I realised that behind all here, on the hub, I mean, excuse my ignorance and lack of knowledge, but it looks to me like a bit of a drum brake. But I think it's to do with the handbrake mechanism, which then expands when you obviously got the handbrake on. I think that is how the handbrake brakes, and that is the foot brake. So basically it was really stiff, but I could get it off just by a bit of like manhandling. So I've managed to get that one on with a bit of manhandling and gentle persuasion. So I'm hoping if I now put that back on there, and then take the handbrake off, the other side should be easier. Fingers crossed. Help's arrived. Dad was just in a meeting, so I did that one on my own. That's why I fucked it up. All right, this one has gone on much easier. I'm just putting the caliper back on because basically the pads won't be on till tomorrow. There's no point in letting them hang down. It puts stress on all the new brake lines and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna just leave it as is. So I'm gonna put these on loosely. And then basically there's like a few little bits. So towing eyes, we've got to put on, take the number plates off. We've got to fix a couple of little kind of loose wires and just bullshit in the sorry to call it that on YouTube. Just silly jobs basically in the dashboard, in the cockpit. So gonna have a go at that in a minute as well. But yeah, good little productive day in the rain. Lovely. Okay, just finished working on the car for Wednesday. It's like 8 p.m, 7 p.m. The car looks worse now than it did earlier because it's up on jack still, and we've ripped the front bumper off and so far not bothered to put it back because we were installing the tow eyes. So have to have tow and eyes on your car for a track day. So I've installed both of those, put the discs on, and also removed the wiring matrix for the rear spoiler because they don't really do anything and they weigh about 6 kilos. So I've removed that as well. Got a few bits to do later. Oh, we've also raised the suspension by 3 turns because obviously of the bigger wheels. So that's done. So a few bits to do tomorrow. What do we have to do tomorrow? The bonnet pins, the new pads, which I'm praying have turned up at home, otherwise I'm in big trouble. And then obviously put the front bumper back on and then install the roll cage camera on the back of the roll cage. And basically then just do fluids and we're done, we're ready. Fingers crossed. I'm gonna go home because I'm tired. It looks fucked. Good morning, it's Thursday. Came home yesterday from obviously working on the car at my mum and dad's. I was hoping to come home to some brake pads, or at least wake up to some this morning. It is now like 1 o'clock and the brake pads still haven't arrived. I'm getting very nervous because really I should be over at my mum and dad's having fitted the brake pads, getting on with like the other bits and bobs jobs that we've got, fitting the bonnet catches and things like that. They're only small things, but with these jobs, there's just always something that takes a good bit of time. Yesterday I spent about 2.5-3 hours fabricating a bracket to go in the cockpit that probably wasn't that important, to be honest. But yeah, so these things sometimes take a little bit more time than you anticipate. So I'm really hoping that Parcel Force get their arse in gear and turn up with my brake pads so I can get on with my day and get this car sorted for tomorrow. I'm getting nervous. Okay, so little update. I hate postal services for this very reason. So yesterday I got a message to say delivery attempted, and I was pretty sure that I was at home at the time it was attempted, but I wasn't sure. I thought, all right, maybe not. Anyway, today I've waited and waited and waited and waited. I really should be at my dad's doing some bits on the car for my brake pads, and I've been checking my tracking number for the parcel for my brake pads, and it said attempted delivery. I'm in. I've been here the whole time. The doorbell's not rung. It's not here. Nobody has tried to deliver this, so that's really pissed me off. But I've managed to get hold of Parcel Force, and the lady on the phone said they're going to re-deliver it to the post office. Problem is there are other things that we need to do on the car, just a couple of bits. But what I'm going to do is go to my mum and dad's, take everything that we have got and we need, so that my dad can be getting on with the bonnet pins, because that needs to be done before tomorrow. And then at least once that's done, or once he's got everything and he can be getting on with stuff, if the tracker says that it's been delivered to my post office, I can then drive back to Brentwood and come and hopefully pick these up. I don't know if we're going to end up fitting these brake pads tonight or tomorrow at the track. It's just very, very close to the wire and last minute. But it's never smooth running, is it? Anyway, I better get going. Let's go. All right, quick update. I am nearly at my mum and dad's. I went to the workshop, picked up a load of bits that we need. And I'm nearly there, but I've just been on the phone all the way here to Parcel Force, and they finally told me that they have now dropped my brake pads at the post office back in Brentwood, which is like 40 minutes away. So I've got to drop everything at my dad's, turn around and go back to Brentwood to go and get my brake pads. So lots of backwards and forwards today, but hopefully, fingers crossed, this means that we can crack on. And what I'm hoping is, if my dad gets on with the bonnet pins job, he can do that whilst I'm driving around like a crazy person. And then when I get back...
In 1 mile, at the roundabout, take the first exit onto Wyke Hill.
Ignore my sat nav. When I get back with the brake pads, yeah, we can. I can get those fitted before. I've got a client tonight. I'm a personal trainer part time, so I've got to go and get all this done, and then go and train my client, and then go back home to my mum and dad's because we're leaving from there in the morning to go to Donington. So it's very eventful this week. But yeah, I think that means we have some success. I hate postal services. None of them are good. Any of them. They're all crap. Anyway, sun's shining, so that's something. Oh, looks like Dad's put the front bumper back on. So just quickly before I head back off to Brentwood, you can see some of the little bits and bobs that we did yesterday. New discs. This was the bracket that I fabricated, which isn't the most amazing job, if I'm honest. It took me way too long as well, but it's solid, so that's what's important. All it does is hold the light switch in. So that was that. As you can see, it rained and the car's all dirty now. I did want to clean it. I might have to clean it at the circuit. Make sure it runs and drives best first. That's the most important thing. Right, let's get some stuff out and then go back to Brentwood. Okay, gonna leave the fluids here, the bonnet pin's there for Dad to do, and let's go. So, what a day, what a couple of days. I am now on my way to go and train my client. Like I said earlier, I'm a PT, so I have a client that I've got to go and do a fitness session with. But we're there. I think we've got there. I managed to get hold of the brakes. I managed to obviously fit them all. I mean, there's a couple of like little things. I want to put the camera mounts on for tomorrow so that I can vlog again and vlog the track day. And the car needs a clean. I think my dad's probably doing that now. He said he was going to chuck a bucket of soapy water over it, was his words. But yeah, so I mean, you know, the main thing for me is that it runs and drives well. I mean, we have yet to see if that will happen, but we've done everything that we know we need to do for that to happen. So fingers crossed, but the main thing is we will be out tomorrow at Donington Park. We have achieved it by the skin of our teeth, but we have achieved it. So yeah, I'm gonna train my client, go home, pack the car up, and we'll be out tomorrow. So let's do this. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Good. Alright, I'm all done with my client. It's time to go home, load up the Porsche, and get ready for tomorrow. Alright, I've just got back. Obviously it's dark. We're just gonna get the car loaded up onto the trailer, which is over there, and then we will be ready to go tomorrow. Exciting stuff. Okay, so that is that. We are ready for the track day. We've packed up both of the cars full of stuff. My dad's taking his car, and I'm taking my own car as well. He's towing the Porsche. He's agreed tomorrow, which is nice. I get a break from the towing. But yeah, so really looking forward to tomorrow. Guys, thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and tune in to my next vlog to see how we get on the track day tomorrow at Donington. Whew. See you later.